Fast fashion refers to the production of fashion items in a manner that allows them to be produced quickly, keep up with demand in both number and style, and therefore being able to be sold at an inexpensive or lower rates. These features make fast fashion appealing to a variety of consumers as they are cost effective methods of getting trendy clothing. However, the production practices involved in fast fashion are typically damaging to the environment and involve exploitation of the workers as the areas of production have limited laws regarding standards of practice. Decreasing the production and purchasing of fast fashion items would therefore be of great benefit to a variety of the Earth's aspects, such as sustainability, human rights, and the economy. There are two theories that can underlie consumer purchasing behaviors and that can show potential to assist change. The first is theory of planned behavior, which is a framework that explains how attitudes, subjective norms, and perceived behavioral control influence an individual's decision. This theory can be utilized to help encourage consumers to switch from fast fashion brands to slow fashion, where better production practices are used and promoted, and purchasing behaviors are more favorable than that of purchasing fast fashion items. The second theory is diffusion of innovations theory, which suggests that there are different groups or communities within society, and information and behaviors move through these groups until it occupies most of the population. Using this theory, targeting early adopters could create a change of behavior towards slow fashion choices that could then influence others, creating a greater change in behaviors in a larger amount of people. The goal of our marketing campaign is to increase accessibility and awareness of slow fashion options and work with small businesses to increase their sales and, in turn, aim to decrease negative purchasing behaviors and the effects these have on the world. Previously, there have been steps towards reducing the prevalence of fast fashion, such as the Fashion Revolution, which began after the Rana Plaza factory collapse that exposed the working conditions in the industry. The movement encouraged consumers to rethink their purchasing decisions and question where, how, and who made their clothes. There has also been an increase in sustainable fashion brands and a switch towards more environmental and ethical production practices. Many brands are becoming increasingly transparent regarding their standings and their practices in the fashion environment, and this is increasing consumer awareness and ethical purchasing behaviors.
Our program purpose is to make sustainable fashion more accessible, and we're going to do that by providing affordable, convenient, and attractive shopping options, especially for consumers who don't currently have easy access to sustainable choices. And by changing how people think about fashion consumption, we hope to move them away from fast fashion and towards eco friendly alternatives. So, for this program, we have five objectives. Let's begin with accessibility. So, to make sustainable fashion available to more people, we're partnering with local charities, sustainable businesses, and even local governments. These partnerships will allow us to offer a wide range of affordable, eco-conscious fashion options, making sure everyone can access sustainable clothing, whether online or at local events. One of the challenges in shifting people away from fast fashion is the appeal it holds: convenience, affordability, and staying trendy. Our program provides a solution. We'll offer an affordable and stylish alternative that allows consumers to still feel fashionable, but in a way that aligns with sustainable values. We're also making sure that the shopping experience is just as exciting. Think bargain hunting and keeping up with trends, so that people don't lose that dopamine rush when they enjoy from shopping. Next, we'll focus on fostering community engagement. A big part of this is organizing social events, such as clothing swap at university campuses and student accommodations like Campus East and Kulabong. These events give people the chance to donate, trade, and recycle clothing within their community. Not only will this reduce waste, but it also brings people together to support each other in making sustainable fashion choice. Affordability is crucial, and many people turn to fast fashion because it's cheap and convenient. That's why we're committed to keeping our secondhand clothing prices low, making sustainable fashion a realistic option for those on a budget. By offering trendy clothes at a fraction of the cost, we make it easy for consumers to stay fashionable while still supporting eco-friendly practices. So now let's talk about shifting consumer behavior. One way to do this is by emphasizing the bragging rights that come with sustainable shopping. Buying eco-friendly clothes that can become a status symbol, making people feel proud of their fashion choices. Over time, this will help consumers replace fast fashion habits with a reference for sustainable alternatives that fit in with their values without compromising on style. And lastly, Our long term vision is to create a lasting change in how people approach fashion. We want to reduce reliance on fast fashion and promote greater support for ethical, eco friendly clothing. By encouraging this shift across communities, especially educational institutions, we're aiming for a future where sustainable fashion is the norm.
Next part is strategic and tactical recommendations underpinned by theoretical framework. So we choose two theoretical frameworks that would be theories of planned behavior. It's indicate that if people perceive that they have little control over behaviors, one potential intervention approach might be to provide them with ways to exert more control. The second theory, that would be the diffusion of innovation theories. It provides the recognitions that are normally different groups in society with regards to the adoption of a new idea or behavior that enables the development of targeted strategies aimed at each different group. So in this case, the behavior in focus is shifting from fast fashion to sustainable fashion. So based on the theories of planned behavior, we recommended a core strategies is to develop an online platform designed specifically for student and consumer who seek eco-friendly alternative but find traditional sustainable shopping inconvenient or expensive. This platform should be intuitive, mobile friendly, and provide seamless access to secondhand and sustainable clothing in collaboration with local charities and eco-conscious business. So we offer some tactics recommendations that would be design the platform to function smoothly on both mobile and desktop services, like implemented feature such as quick product filters by size, price, or eco-friendly certification, or offer a visible cart button at all time and one-click checkout option for ease. Additionally, user could be able to track their order status and receive reminder when new stock arrive. So when users find it easy to access and buy sustainable fashion, they are more likely to adopt eco-friendly shopping habits. The second tactics, that would be price related feature, because price is a critical factor for the student and offering discount remove one of the key barrier to adopting sustainable fashion. Like we will offer exclusive student discount to lower the cost barrier, making sustainable fashion more accessible to students who typically have budget constraint. Like we could create a scalable rewards program that offers more but meaningful incentive, like 10% off for every 5 item purchases, or free shipping after reaching a certain number of points. Or we could offer a loyalty program where user can earn rewards for every purchases for promoting the platform. These points can be redeemed for discount, free products, and free entrance like upcycling workshop. Second theoretical frameworks, that would be the diffusions of innovation theories. Um, in the context of promoting sustainable fashion, these theories can be applied by targeting early adopters like student influencers or sustainability advocates to catalyze broader adoption within a community. To create a community driven momentum, a key strategy we recommend is to organize on campus clothing swap events and sustainability theme activities that are promoted and supported by well-known student influencer. These events create opportunities for people to try sustainable fashion firsthand, witness others' engagement, and feel being a part of a larger movement. So we offer some tactics recommendations. Like first of all, we can carefully select of early adopters within the university, such as sustainability advocates, eco-conscious student groups, or fashion influencers who already have a following. Like these early adopters can promote event on social media platform like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, where students are most active, or they can share their personal stories or content about why they participate in sustainable fashion and clothing swap, or they can act as hosts or spokespersons at the event, encouraging participation and adding credibility to the initiative. The second tactics, that would be we can include social media elements where attendees can share their swap online to increase observability and create social proof. Like if people share their participation in clothing swap, it's not only signal their values but also encourages others to do the same thing. That could be create a viral effect. Like we can create a hashtag for the clothing swap event, like hashtag UW swap sustainably, that participant can use to tag their post after attending the event, or offering photo booth or designated Instagram worthy spot at the event where attendees can tag and share photos of their swap clothes.
Concept testing is a strategy endeavor to meticulously assess and fine-tune a product, service, or innovation proposition before its full-scale development or unveiling. This rigorous progress entails presenting the idea to a specific audience segment to garner insightful feedback regarding their perceptions, preferences, and overall level of intrigue. By doing so, businesses and markets can unearth potential strengths and latent flaws and determine the broader market feasibility. The significance of concept testing lies in its capacity to mitigate risk as it empowers companies to make data backed decisions derived from authentic customer insights. By affirming an idea in its infancy, this method ensures that capital and effort are directed towards solutions that resonate with consumer desires, significantly diminishing the probability of failure. Question 1. How familiar are you with the term fast fashion on a scale of 1 to 5? The responses from this question range from very low familiarity to a high level of understanding. The varying levels of familiarity suggest that awareness of fashion isn't universal. Those who rated their familiarity as high are more likely aware of the issues surrounding it, such as environmental impact or ethical concerns, while those with lower ratings may not fully grasp the implications. This could influence whether they engage in fast fashion buying habits, as seen in the different reasons given for buying or avoiding it. Question 2. How often do you purchase new clothing? Purchase frequency from this question varied from once a fortnight to once a year. More frequent purchasers are likely to be more susceptible to trends and may find fast fashion appealing due to the availability of cheap, trendy clothing. Those who purchase less frequently may not prioritize fashion or may be more conscious of long-term investment in clothing. This correlation suggests that frequent shoppers are more likely to engage in fast fashion due to its affordability and accessibility. Question 3. Do you regularly purchase clothing from fast fashion brands? If so, why/why not? The reasons for purchasing or avoiding fast fashion provide deep insight into individual decision making. Respondents who purchase fast fashion cite reasons such as shopping for others, while those who avoid it focus on issues of quality and fit. These responses highlight that while fast fashion offers affordability and convenience, some shoppers prioritize the longevity and quality of their clothes over trendy, lower cost options. Furthermore, people who avoid fast fashion often have stronger awareness of its disadvantages, suggesting that personal values or dissatisfaction with product quality can deter fast fashion consumers. Question 4. How important is affordability when deciding where to shop for clothes? The results show that affordability is a major consideration for most respondents, with ratings of 4 and 5 dominating. This underscores one of the core reasons that fast fashion remains popular: its ability to provide inexpensive clothing. However, Interview 1 gave a lower rating, suggesting that for some, price is not the only or most important factor. These individuals might prioritize other aspects such as quality or brand ethics over just price. Overall, the high importance placed on affordability reflects why fast fashion continues to thrive despite its drawbacks. Question 5. What role does convenience/accessibility play in your decision to purchase fast fashion clothing? The data reveals a spectrum of attitudes towards convenience, with some respondents rating it very highly and others rating it very low. This contrast shows that for some shoppers, the ease and accessibility of fast fashion, whether through online platforms or frequent store locations, are essential. For others, convenience is a less significant factor, indicating they may be more willing to invest time in finding better quality or ethically sourced clothing. Those who rated convenience highly are more likely influenced by fast fashion's model of rapid production and availability. Question 3. When buying clothing, do you consider environmental or social impact of the brands you choose? None of the respondents reported that they consider environmental or social impact when they make clothing purchases. This lack of consideration highlights a common challenge in sustainable fashion ethics. Where there is growing awareness of issues, it is not always a primary factor in purchasing decisions. This suggests that while the conversation around ethical fashion is expanding, many consumers still prioritize price, convenience, or style over sustainability. This result may also point to a greater need for consumer education about the effects of fast fashion on the environment and labor practices. There are three main insights gained from concept testing. This is awareness versus action, which is the disparity between familiarity and fast fashion and the lack of its concern for its social or environmental impact, as even when respondents are familiar with fast fashion, they may not let ethical concerns guide their purchasing choices. Consumer priorities. Across the interviews, affordability and convenience emerged as key factors driving purchasing decisions. This is consistent with the typical fast fashion consumer profile who values low prices and easy access over factors like quality or ethical considerations. And quality over cost. Several respondents indicated that the low quality of fast fashion discourages them from purchasing it. This is an important insight as sustainable brands can offer competitive pricing and improved quality, and they could attract consumers away from fast fashion.